It's me, Ayanna Eubank of the TMI model firm, here with you today, hosting our Model Talk Monday. I'm glad to see people joining. We're going to give it a few minutes for everybody to join in. Today we're going to be talking about plus size modeling. Yay! Another young lady that will be joining, her name is Christina as well, and another young lady in the model firm will be joining in as well. Hey y'all, hey, yeah, I'm starting to see y'all just popping on, y'all just popping. I'm glad to see that. Let me look at my other phone here. I can't see that far away, don't got my contacts on, so I'm gonna put my other one on here so we can get this thing popping. Hey, you guys. Again, I'm glad you guys are tuning in today. Thank you very much for being a part of our Model Talk Monday today. I got 6 people so far, y'all. I'm happy. Anyway, with this today, like I said, we're going to be talking about plus size modeling. And 2 other young ladies that are a part of the model firm that I am with now, TMI model firm. You guys see me post things every Sunday, which is a part of my Happy Sunday. And their names are always attached. These 2 women just had they just had a 1-year anniversary of the company, which is an awesome thing. These 2 women have been in the industry for a pretty good minute. I can't tell you how, maybe I've known them for maybe about 4 years now, known them. I've worked with them closely here for maybe like a couple of years. But they are 2 awesome individuals, and I wish them continued success alongside of their wonderful businesses they have going on. Okay, so jumping back to it, as far as being considered a plus size model, a young lady and I were talking earlier as far as that's concerned. Hey, Miss Monique, Miss Latora, that's my little friend, y'all. She do makeup. She's banging bomb with it, but I'll be trying to bring her on. I'm going to get her. She like that brown skin. She the bomb. She the brown with the brown skin. It's okay. I'm light skinned. We gonna work on it, but we got it. Nevertheless, being considered plus size in this market, I don't consider myself plus size. I do consider myself to be curvy, a curvy and a full figured model. I love being a part of this industry. I got started when I first moved out here to California. However, I had thoughts of it before I moved out here, and I've been out here for like 20 years now when my boys were little. Now they're 27 and 23 or 24. Can't really remember. Sorry. I love you though. Nevertheless, when I came out here to California, I had thoughts of it before I came. When I moved out here to California, I worked at a salon. I'm a hair stylist by trade, a cosmetologist by profession. And there was a young man that came into the salon, and he asked me to take pictures, which I did. And then he asked me to be a part of a fashion show, which I did. And from there, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So I kept it going from there, but I kind of weaned off just a little bit when my boys were smaller, and just to focus on them going to school. And my oldest son was in sports, and my youngest son got in sports, and I kind of laid back. And I had talked to my pastor about it, and he asked me, why did I do that? And I'm like, because I just wanted to focus. So there was a time that was not a low point, but just a leveling off for me. But then after my boys became grown and they went on to college, and now my oldest son has a family, I decided it was time for me to do me. A lot of times when parents have children to leave and go to school, they don't know what to do with themselves. Truthfully, they don't know what to do with themselves. However, within all that, within the structure of not only my mom and dad, but under my pastor, I was also able to understand that I have a life as well outside of my children. And when it was time for them to go to school, I would be able to promote me, get back into me, make me healthy, see things, travel, just do things for myself. And this is one of the things that I really wanted to do for myself. So being that, I got back into the game and going and trucking and hearing about doing a lot of shows and stuff and finding out things on my own were good. They were good. However, at the same time, it's also good to have somebody to have your back. And when I first got into the game, my hair wasn't cut short. Like you guys see me on my pictures going back and forth. My hair wasn't cut short. I had big fluffy curls like all the girls now. It was extensions. Yeah, they were still big fluffy curls like, people wear now that, all the natural look. Every time I went to audition, casting call, if I went to any of the major model firms, I heard the same thing all the time. We have your look. We have your look. Let me take this off because I know it's always we have your look. So it was like, I don't know what to do, where to go. Didn't know. So I just kept working it out for myself and going on doing what I needed to do. And then, like I said, about 4 years ago, I met these young ladies. We were working together, and I love working with them, period. Miss Moon Bush, she was deep in the model, and she's a gorgeous, awesome, amazing person. She's so tall, and everything is just so proportioned very well. She's sweet. She was in it knee deep, doing her thing, walking the runway. She bad on the runway, y'all. I watch her from behind. But nevertheless, I met her then. And then fast forward, she said, thank you, stop. But she's awesome, you guys. But fast forward that they decided they wanted to do their model firm. And so with them deciding to do their model firm, I came to an audition, of course, should I say casting call. And I'm not going to say I knew I was going to get in because I knew him, but when God has placed favor in your life and when you act accordingly, when you go to places and people don't look at you and they be like, I don't like her because she got an attitude. I've been in so many casting calls with so many women that have the fiercest, nastiest attitudes. It's ridiculous. I get up and I walk out because it's no need for that for myself. But to know that you can walk in somewhere and because your character precedes you, that it's not a knowing of, oh, I know I got this, but it's just confident in the fact that my character precedes me and I act right when I go places. People like me. People want to work with me. And that's another thing that we need to remember being models. We are representatives everywhere we go. And now with social media having such a large platform, it's like crazy the amount of trouble that you can get into if that be the case. But it's more so the fact that, when I'm there and my character speaks for itself and people love the fact of who you are, and when they meet you, you don't have to front. In this industry, I don't think in life anyway, you don't have to front. Because as soon as you start fronting, people are going to get to know you and they're going to get to know the real you. So within that, who are you? So I would rather just truthfully and honestly be myself. And if I can't be myself, then who am I being? So being able to meet these young ladies, coming to the casting call, moving forward, and being able to work with them for this past year, it's awesome. Again, having somebody to have my back that I could go to about whatever kind of information. It doesn't matter if it's modeling or not. And we can have a full-on conversation and get understanding. Everybody know Tata, she the one that be talking. I love that chick, but she can talk. And if you listen, she is such a smart, intelligent woman. If you listen to what she has to say, she can teach you a lot about business, about everything. We were sitting having a meeting one day and she started talking about the algorithm on Instagram and on Facebook and all these things and and we were in the car riding one day and the car started slowing and traffic started slowing down. And she mentioned, like, she looked on Google and she's like, well, I don't see anything. She was like, oh, you know, the satellites and the algorithm, all that stuff, it hadn't caught up yet. It doesn't know that traffic has stopped here for a minute. This woman, I didn't think nothing about that. I just look on Google and be like, oh, okay, it's red. I don't think that, like, for a certain amount of time you're sitting there and everybody's phones are sitting in the same area for a long time. I don't send some kind of signal and it's like red. Next thing you know, you're looking, it's red because we got traffic. This chick, she got a wealth of knowledge. Thank you, Miss Goddess Bliss. She got a wealth of knowledge. She got a wealth of information. And I love her for that. And she is nonstop as far as education is concerned. These two women have degrees. They're not just like popping off with, hey, this is what I want to do in life. No, they have put much effort, much plan, much work into all of this. And the fact of the matter is that working with them has been an awesome pleasure for me. I can go to them when I need something, talk to them about it, and they open up to me about it. I go to them when I get any kind of information. Some people send me stuff on Instagram, or you might send me an email, or you might send me something on Facebook, or you might send me a personal text message. I flip it right over to them before I give any kind of answers. I say, give it to them. What y'all think about this? They say, I'll look at it and get back to you. They look at it, they get back to me, they tell me yes or no. They tell me it's a good thing to go forward with or not. So I like having somebody to vet a situation for me before I just jump into that thing and not really knowing what it's all about. But to be able to have somebody to have your back, to know what it's about and to know what's going on, so that in this industry, you have a lot of people that try to take advantage of you sexually, mentally, physically, all those things. And if you're not careful and you don't have somebody that have your back the way that they do, you're going to be in a world of trouble. You're going to be in a world of hurt because you feel like, oh, I can do this thing on my own. Oh, I got like 2,000 people now. Everybody like me. Nope. I remember a long time ago when I was a little girl being in church. One of my favorite people told me when she was a beautiful singer, gospel singer, and she sung around all the time. She was like, no, people will prostitute your gift if you allow them to. So even being as plus size or full figured model or shapely model, curvy model, people will still prostitute your gift if you allow them to. You have to be careful with that. People just don't, let me see what these people are saying. Yes, follow them at TMI Model Firm. Yes, TMI Model Firm. People will prostitute your gift and you have to be careful. They will have you out here working for free. They will have you out here. I want you to come and be a part of this or that show. I want you to come out here and I want you to do this or that. And I want you to, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's something that you love to do, you should love to go do it. But you shouldn't be prostituted for it. A lot of times backstage, we have a lot of food and, you know, all that stuff that ain't really good for you. Pizza and stuff will have you bloated before you walk out on stage. A lot of models don't eat before they even do a show. So after a show, we are straight up hungry. Do you understand? We are hungry. We want to go get something to eat because you don't have time to run back and forth to the bathroom. You don't have time to go pee. You don't have time to go to make a bowel movement. You don't have the time to do anything. So we try to do things that are healthy and you try not to eat a lot. Yet, they have all this food that really ain't good for you backstage. And then they turn around and say, well, we don't have the money to pay you after you done had a sold out house. Hold up a minute. Now, that's what you get when you're working by yourself. But when you got somebody that advocates for you and got your back, they know what you're worth. So they're going to go get what's worth it for you. So, what did she say? Keep it real. Yes, ma'am. So you have to make sure you have somebody that's going to advocate for you and have your back. And I thank these girls for having my back. Moving forward, since I have met them, I did a lot of shows before, but I really didn't do a lot of shows. But even now, I don't do a lot of shows unless I go through them first. All you guys is out there, you do whatever you want to do, but I'm just saying. They've said it before, and I'll repeat it. All you guys is out there doing shows like every weekend. First of all, do you have a job? That's all I'll be wanting to know is, do you have a job? Because you can't go to every casting call and you can't go to every show. If you don't have a job and that's what you do, then amen. That's what you do all day long. But I can't do that. Because number one, I have to work. I have bills to pay. So I go to work. If there's a casting call that I really want to go to, or there's a casting call that they have put out for us to be at, then I'm going, because they have my best interest at heart and they know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what I need, and they know exactly who's going to be there. They know who's going to be there, and they know why I need to be there. So going back, I love being a part of this. I love being a plus size model. I love who I am. I love where I am. Now we're going to have Miss Moon join in, because we only have like 45 minutes left on this thing. So we're going to give it over to her, and then we're going to jump over to Miss Curvy Model, and then we're going to jump over to my other Curvy Model. She's on a business call right now. So when she joins in, we're going to plug her in too. So Miss Moon, where you at, girlfriend? And I'm crazy, y'all. Sometimes y'all going to hear me singing and doing all kind of little stuff, but don't bother. It's just me. Hold on. Let's see how we do this thing. Told you I ain't got no glasses on, so. Okay.
Hello, are you there? I can't see you. Where you at?
You see me?
Oh, there you is. I can hear you now too. Hi, Miss Moon. How are you?
Hey. How are you?
I am wonderful. This is the lovely Moon Bush, you guys. She's an awesome woman.
I'm all right. I'm over here looking like somebody mama with this wrap on my head, Jesus.
She's trying to go dreads, y'all, so she got to do her thing. And she's always trying to find that amazing lighting. I don't know if she's trying to turn this light bulb out or not, but
Hold on. Here I go. Hey y'all.
There you go. I see you.
So Ayanna, you're so dope. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for all the high praises. It's much appreciated. Tata cannot join. She's actually taking the test. Because like you said, we are very well versed, and we're always refreshing and upgrading our knowledge. So she's taking a test right now. I just finished to jump on the call. But thank you for everything. Ayanna is absolutely amazing. You set the standard and set the tone for curvy models, right? Because you can be a plus size model with no curves. I've seen it. I've seen it before. Right. So yes, you represent not just through how you carry yourself, but your personality. You're always so helping and welcoming. And I would say the number one rule, like you already said, in modeling is you have to be able to be worked with. If nobody likes you, I can't do nothing for you. Because that's something going on with your inner being that I don't have control over. So if nobody likes you, no one's going to work with you. That would suck. Oh my God, Ayanna's going to be there. I don't want to be there, right? That would be terrible for people to say that about you. So you always have to be able to be worked with and coachable. But so Ayanna was our own curvy model last year. But this year we've added 2 more to the roster. We got a strong roster, y'all. But we added 2 more to the roster because TMI, we want to focus on everyone, right? Modeling doesn't mean you're pretty and slender and, got a that's not modeling anymore. A size 2, 6'1". That's not modeling. We want to represent the whole gamut of people. So we have curvy, we have petite, we have men, we have women, we have lesbians, we have children. Like, we represent the people who we feel are underrepresented in the market, but there's a lane for them. So when people come to TMI Model Firm, we're not going to necessarily give you the video vixen type girl. That's just not who we represent. There's nothing wrong, but that's just not who we represent. And again, I'm going to reiterate it because I want people twisting my words. There's nothing wrong with your sexuality. If that's what you want to do, we just don't represent that type of model. Nothing against it, but again, we like to represent the models who are underrepresented. For one, it gives us a challenge. And two, it lets the industry, we're breaking industry norms because our models are professional. Our models have great attitudes. Our models can, I would bet money that our models can outwalk any other models. Put my money where my mouth is, just in case there are any other modeling agencies out there who want to give it a go, okay? But so that's what TMI is all about. Inclusive of everybody. If you have a great attitude and you're willing to learn and be coachable, and you understand, and this is very important, that Tata and I, we do have lives outside of this, right? We're both in school, we both have families, we both have careers. This is not our only thing that we do. So when you come into this, you have to understand that the time that we put into it is really sacrificial time. Like, this is time that we want to put into this. Do we have to do this? No. But we feel there's a market for the type of models we represent, and being Black entrepreneurs in this industry and female, like, we feel like it's time, right? So if you want to be represented by TMI, of course you have to be coachable. You have to, again, that goes with wanting to learn. And then you have to understand that once you get to know us, you will know that we have your best interest in mind.
Right.
All of the time. Like, all of the time. Not just some of the time, not when it feels good, or not when we feel like it. We have our models' best interest in mind all of the time. Now, the models may not like it all the time because they don't understand what we're doing on the back end. They don't understand the phone calls that we're making and the emails that we're sending and the text messages that we're replying to and the negotiating that we're doing on our models' behalf. But at the end of the day, our models are always put in the best situation. Like Ayanna was saying, then I'm going to stop because we're short on time. We strive to get our models paid, right? We're not like, we're taking 20%. Not there yet, right? We're not at that level yet, but we're going to prepare not only our models, but ourselves to get to that level. So no, every show you may not get compensated with money, but we're going to make sure you're not back there eating pizza and drinking soda. We're going to make sure the photographers know that, hey, these are our 15 TMI models and we need all their pictures. Here's our card and here's our email address. So when you take the pictures, go ahead and send them over to us and we can go through them and send them back. Like, those are the things when we can't negotiate money because sometimes they're just not willing to pay. Sometimes they don't have money to pay. Whatever the case may be, just know we tried to work that out before we sent you there, right? We're just not sending you guys places. So again, want to be represented by us. And we have a TMI community. The models that we are not directly signed with us, we still have a whole community of models who come to us for things, but our models take precedent. If we have an outside model that wants something, you're going to have to wait and make sure none of our signed models can fit that criteria. But anyways, like Ayanna said, be coachable, be likable. There's a market for everybody. You just got to find your market. There's a modeling lane for everybody. You just got to find it. I know I can't do couture. I got too much booty. My booty too big. My hips too big. I got too many tattoos. I know I can't do couture, but you put me some swim and some urban. You know what I mean? I found my lane. So my suggestion is to find your lane. Love you. To put my light back on now, my shade back on.
Okay.
No.
Again, thank you very much, Miss Miss Moon Bush. Thank you. And she's an amazing mom, too, you guys. Just want to let y'all know. She's an amazing mom. Miss Christina, can you go out and come back on and do the join button again for me? Again, again, getting back to what she was saying, as far as not being able to get paid on some occasions, that may be true. But again, like I said, they make sure that on the back end that you are taken care of. And if it's something worth doing because we can get something out of it later, that's exactly what we're going to do. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So I appreciate being a part of the TMI model firm. And I appreciate being able to host this Model Talk Monday, y'all. And I'm glad that you guys showed up, all 17 of y'all. But you know what? It don't matter. Thank you for being here. So, hey, okay, we're gonna get back to Miss Christina once she rejoins us, so that we can get her on live. That's one of our other young models here in the TMI model firm. But you know, being where I am in life now, I thank God for it. I am doing hair, still doing hair, and I love doing hair, and I also love being a part of the model firm. What you say? Yes, it is a business. It's a business, y'all. It's a business. So, look, being a part of this model firm is an awesome situation. And being able to be here in California doing it with the women that I do it with and the young men that I do it with, it's an open market. And being here, I don't see you where it says join there, Christine. I see you said I did, but I don't see the request to join. Do the request to join again. Being in this market, oh, there you go. I'm going to get her on, y'all. Being in this market, it's an open market, as we see with here, everything, this platform here on Instagram, it's an open market for everything. So if this is something that you feel like you want to be a part of or something that you may want to consult about, contact TMI Model Firm so they could be able to talk to you and see what it is and what direction you want to go in. With that being said, oh my God, I missed the Tata chick. Let me tell you what. She called me up one day. She said, what do you want to do with your life, and what do you want to do with this model? I need you to have a plan so we can be somewhere else this time next year. That's what I need. I need somebody to push me to being where I need. And same way we're having a trainer. Lord, I love working out. I love having a trainer, but I'm so lazy by myself. That's why I need a trainer, somebody to make me have to do what I need to do. I thank God for that. I thank God for Tata and Moon. Let's go ahead and let's tap in with Miss Christina. Where you at? How am I doing this? I think it says waiting for Christina. I don't know what she's doing. Oh,
I'm right here.
Look, all right, there she is. Look, this is my first time doing this, y'all, so y'all don't see me squinting and looking and trying to figure out what this thing I said down here at the bottom, because I don't know, but we are here.
I'm here. We are here.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so it is 5:28 now. Okay, we got like 30 minutes left, something odd minutes. Let's do the same. Miss Curvy Model Christina, you look really pretty.
Thank you.
I love your wrap on your head.
Thank you.
I have never been able to do that, but it's so cute.
It's
so
cool.
let's get into this thing.
Okay.
So, how did you get started?
How did I get started? Well, I'm going to condense it because it's been a while. I actually got started modeling at the age of 8 years old. Obviously, I'm a long way from 8. But long story short, I knew I wanted to be a part of the modeling industry from a very young age. My mom came home from work one day after I was watching TV with the Barbizon commercial. For those of you who remember, Barbizon was it back in the day. If you wanted to look like a model, if you wanted to be a model, just look like one. That was their logo. And after watching that commercial day in and day out, I just, I grew with the interest, if you will. Told my mom when she came home from work one day, and she ran with it, literally. She invested lots of money to send me to school, starting with Barbizon. and several schools thereafter, just to get the training, right? Just to get my foot in the door, just to be seen by who's who in the industry. And through the years as a young lady, I've had a lot of experience, most of my experience being on the runway. I would like to say that's where my expertise lies, is on the runway with my walk.
She's a bomb walker too. She's a bomb
you.
walker.
Thank you. Likewise. I've also had experience with print, videos, different things, lots of different things. I've had experience when I was younger, through my teenage years into my 20s. I did a lot of shows locally and outside of state as well, and worked with a lot of different designers and all, and it was a great experience, right? It was all good for me, because lights, camera, action, once you put on a great fit and, put me on that runway, the world is mine, right? I love the energy about it, and I have a passion for it. But as I got older, even though I enjoyed it, I put it on the back burner. Why? Because you touched on it earlier. We still have lives outside of modeling, right? That's something that we have a passion for and we all want to be a part of. But I had to work, and unfortunately I didn't land a gig in the modeling field to pay my bills the way I needed. So I put it on the back burner, and years later, into my 30s, actually, I was, if you will, mentoring a young lady that showed interest in modeling, and she knew that's something that I had a lot of experience and knowledge about. So I was trying to mentor her and help her with her confidence, help her with her walk, help her with her look. And there was an audition that she was so excited about, right? She had to go to this audition. So I went. She wanted me to go. She asked me to go. She wanted me there to support her, to give her pointers on her look and her walk. So I went. I promise you, I went for support, mind you. I went with her for support. She's a beautiful young lady, and she did her thing. I'm not even certain how I got in the lineup. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how that happened, because this was a few years ago. But for some reason, they asked me to walk, and I took second place in that competition. Now, this is fast forward into my mid-30s, okay? So I look a little different from when I was younger, slender, right? And just a different look altogether, different mindset, a little more mature. But I didn't realize I still had what it took to, capture their interest in the industry, right? So to my surprise, I took second place. And since that was about 2016, and KJLH was casting for that competition, so KJLH radio station. So ever since then, I've been at it again. You know what I mean? It was years ago, right? It was years ago when I, as well, like you said, met Tata and Moon, and I was doing a fashion show for Uray, and I've been working with both ladies ever since, and it's been a joy. I love how they always provide a fun environment. You know what I mean? It's not uptight. It's not all about competition. You know what I mean? But they provide a fun-filled environment, which is important, because when you're in this industry, it's automatically competition, because everybody's trying to get that spot, Everybody's trying to land that casting. But with Tata and Moon, they really want to educate you on the industry. They really want to show you the way, They really want to help you find your niche and work with you. You know what I mean? And it makes a big difference. I would like to say that I've grown since working with them. You definitely come in contact with a lot of people that are active in the industry, which is important. And that's another thing that I would say that TMI provides. They also help you to connect with others, right? Other models that have the same dream as you, which is important, as well as other contacts behind the camera and in the industry. And it's just a good thing overall. They're great people to work with, and they encourage you. Like you said, I believe your beauty is going to shine from within, right? I believe your energy is going to precede you when you walk in the room, right? Before you open your mouth, before you even walk for your audition. Yeah. I just believe your energy is going to precede you. And with Tata and Moon, their energy has been on point since day one. It's encouraging, right? It shows you how it should be when you're out there. So in my experience in trying to pursue this thing, it's been a fun time. And whether I get the casting or not, I don't even feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to get chosen every single time. But as long as you believe in yourself and you keep going for it, right? You have that confidence. You keep working on your look. You keep working on your craft, right? Because you touched on how Tata and Moon are educated. You know, they're not just shooting from the hip with this thing. That's why they're still here a year later, and they will continue to be around for many more years to come. You know what I mean? It's exciting to be joined with them because I feel like I'm a part of history. You know, they're starting off with the model firm. They've had a good start from the first year, and it's only going to get better. And if you really have a real dream for this industry, TMI is a great place to be. And overall, I have a passion for it, and I'm just looking forward to better things to come.
Yay! I am glad to hear that. So, within all that, like I mentioned before, do you consider yourself a plus size model, or? Go ahead.
Oh, I have to say this. Again, since I'm back on the scene within the last 4 or 5 years pursuing modeling, it's been real tough for me to embrace the whole title plus size. I don't consider myself a plus size model. Now, part of my handle on IG, as you can see, is curvy model. Now, I am curvy, right, with my size and my measurements, everything like that. But I prefer curvy model, full figured model, right, versus plus size, because I do believe there is a difference. But it's been a little tough for me to embrace plus size. So again, just like Queen Bushmoon said earlier, there's a place for all of us. You know what I mean? To go out there and give what we have to offer. So what about you?
I do not. I don't consider myself a plus size model. Like I had mentioned before in a previous conversation that there are models that are plus size.
Yes.
And I kind of feel a little weird when I'm in a show or around some people, because I think that some people look at me as if, why is she here?
Right.
She's not plus size.
Right.
Because they consider in the industry, double digits. So when she started like a size 10, they consider you a plus.
Right. 10, 12.
And
consider you plus size category.
Period. At a size 10. And if I'm not a size 10. I'm not a size 22, 24. No pun to anybody that's on either end. But I know that I'm not small enough to fit in some outfits, and I'm not big enough to fit in other outfits.
Right.
And my shape itself, you know, people can look at me and be like, I know what size you wear right off. Or they take measurements and be like, will you wear this size? I'm like, no, my body really kind of funny. So it's kind of like I might wear one size in something here, but it's different here, or it's different here. And they'd be like, oh, no, I got you. And then they put something on you, and I look like a sack of potatoes. And like, I told you. So then now we got to pin, and we got to snatch, and we got to do all kind of stuff. But no, I consider myself to be either curvy or a full figure. And I've had plenty of people tell me, you are not a plus size model, you are a full figure model. And I take that because I like my figure. I like my curves.
Right.
I like my thick thighs.
Beautiful all together. It's all good. We're beautiful just as we are, you know. And I feel like when we present ourselves in the industry and we go forward for the casting calls, even once we get casted and we go for the fittings, it is important to be represented well in the pieces that the designers put on us, right? Because we're representing ourselves as the models as well as the designer. And though we have curves, we can pull off that look wonderfully. You know what I mean? Because technically, a woman with curves is an ideal woman of today. You know, everyone is not straight up and down, you know, no pun intended. But in other words, I'm just trying to say beauty comes in so many different shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? Whether you're a double digit or not, You know, we can offer beauty with our curves just as well as the next woman, you know. And I'm just excited that the industry has broadened and has opened their minds to recognize that. You know what I mean? Because models like Ashley Graham and so many others.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then there's Precious Lee, you know, that you see out there doing their thing. They're curvy. They're considered plus size, and they're just as gorgeous. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward to what the future has to hold for models like you and myself and so many others that are just as beautiful to, you know, to show off our curves and do what we do.
Yay! Well, it's nice to have you on, Miss Curvy Christina. Give your Instagram page so they can go follow you. Your Instagram.
My page is at curvy_model Christine. Christine is my first name. So you are welcome to join my page and check me out anytime. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And again, happy anniversary to TMI Model Firm. Yes. And I'm just excited to be a part, because I really truly believe we're a part of history. You know, we're starting off this thing, and it's only the best that's to come.
Make sure you put your tag in the comments below.
Comment. Absolutely.
Yeah, put it down there so they can. Bye, girl. Nice talking to you. Bye.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Mr. Moon, do you have to request again? Because you know it's my first time on this side, so I don't know. You can hang up. You could. I don't know how to get you off, Christina.
I don't either. Let me work on that part.
Girl, this is my first time sitting on this side. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I think you gotta hang up. You gotta do something. Something at the bottom of the page. I don't know.
Okay, will do.
Is there an X on your screen? I don't know.
Yes, we'll do.
Okay. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Miss Moon, do you have to request to rejoin? I don't know. Press the X. Oh, she pressed the X. Okay. But what about you? What we got to do to get you back on here? Okay, so people, like I said, this is my first time. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being a part. Oh, one of my new videos is going to be posted on my YouTube page on this week. Across the board, everything across the board. I didn't see it. Do it again. Sorry, Miss Moon. Across the board. Ayanna Eubank, AYANNA-EUBANK, for everything, for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I ain't trying to make nothing hard for nobody to find. Let me see. Okay, I see it down here at the bottom. Oh, there she is. I got it, girl. I got it, y'all. She coming. It's coming. Ah, there she is. Yes. Hello.
So when I got off, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to say what I wanted to say, right? So I got to say it. Really quick. It's really gonna be quick this time. It's important that female models always have their measurements available. Oh, yeah. Their size and their measurements, especially if you have curves, because I'm in the same boat as you. Like, what size, girl? You look so tiny. You so small. And then I get there, I can't fit nothing because my hips are 44 and my waist is a 28, and I need y'all to get it together, right? I just don't fit a small, medium, or large. It depends on the material. So always have measurements. I suggest taking your measurements monthly, just to keep them updated, so you can just shoot them over to designers if necessary. The next thing I want to say is that, so you know how the quote, the saying is, don't take no for an answer? That's a bold-faced lie.
We're here. You here? I'm here. Uh-oh, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. Let's try to get her back again. Something happened. Let's try that again. I just tried to join her again. Oh, well, like she said, don't take no for an answer. Look, you're going to hear a lot of no's in this industry. Like I said, when I first started out, I heard no's all the time. Number one, because I wasn't that size 0 chick. I never have been. And truthfully, I never will be. I don't believe that I will be. I was down to like a size 8 and stuff like that. What my smaller son was probably like an 8 before I had my first son. After that, I'll never see a single digit ever again in my life. But like I said, you'll always hear no's. It doesn't matter what size. Here she is. Let's get her back. Let's get her back. Here we go. Is it coming yet? I did the thing. Okay, well, hopefully she's going to. There we go. It popped in. It's coming. Oh, there we go.
Somebody, listen. Somebody was calling me from Mexico. About, is this COVID-19 in Ontario? No, it's not.
No.
No. So what? No. So what? So what I was saying is, take no for an answer. Take no for an answer. Take that shit, run with it, and let it push you. Stop letting no's define you, right? Take no for an answer and do something with it. Let it power you. Let it push you. Let it drive you to do what you need to do in the industry. Because if you don't take no for an answer and you get broken by no, it's a wrap. You're done. It's over. Bye. Sayonara. Take no for an answer. Go back and perfect your craft and come back again and come back again and come back again. So that's all I want to say.
Stronger every time.
That's all. Okay,
but before you get off, I think it was like 2 years ago, I went for an audition. Before they started the model firm, I went for an audition with the Yarny. I think that's what they call it. Is it? Mm-hmm. I think that's the name. Anyway, I went for the audition, and she said the same thing in that audition. Don't take no for an answer, just keep coming back. But she had been back 2 or 3 times years in a row, and they had told her no. Then finally, she was like yes, and then she was over it. She was over as far as the show is concerned, coordinating and doing things. So again, don't take no for an answer. I got to know that day I wasn't happy, but I went home and I kept doing what I needed to do. And I knew her, and I knew her. And she turned me down. I knew her. I'm just playing. My feelings wasn't hurt. I just went home. I'm like, to me, when people tell me no, I come to the conclusion that it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at that time, or it wasn't for me, period. God knows what's best for me. And he's got my hand and he's got my walk in this whole thing. So if I hear a no, it's an amen, and I'm out the door. I'm about to go get me something to eat. I'm calling. My sister was living in LA at the time, like, hey, what you doing? I'm not even going to take that stuff to heart, which a lot of you should not. You should not. You should go home, take it, craft it, come back next time, come back over and over again if that's what it takes. If that's what you want, go after what you want. But don't get upset with the no.
That's all. Okay.
That's all. That's it. That's all. Minus one. So, where's my girl at? She ain't on here. Let's see what time it is. Because I know that she had, it's 5:48. I know that she had a conference call that she needed to do. But nevertheless, you guys, I'm so glad to be here and be with you guys today. Miss Tata is taking her test, and I am happy to be a part of a team that is so wonderful with 2 beautiful, intelligent women that are over it and just not, like Christina said, shooting from the hip. You guys, if you guys have any questions, that's good. I'm here to take it. Miss Dallas Swift, I thank you very much. She's a sweetheart. She is such a sweetheart, and her walk is so fierce and fabulous as well. Let me tell you. She's curvy, but she ain't no double digits. But that girl, so I can't have her on today because she ain't part of the plus size crew. I'm just playing. I love you, though. But nevertheless, this girl's walk is just as fierce, and she's a sweetheart, and I love her to death. But getting back into this thing, look, plus size model ain't no joke across the board. I saw a number of years ago, I forget his name, the dude that did Knight Rider. I forget his name, but his daughter, I seen her one day on in a casting call. I didn't know who she was until I seen him, and I'm like, what? It's so many celebrity kids out there that aren't trying to be super skinny. They are nice and thick, and they do plus size modeling, plus size work for Ashley Stewart, for a lot of these places. And I love the fact that when I look online and I look at different sites and different pages and I see plus size women doing their thing, I love that. I love the fact that they are confident in their walk, in their posture, in their clothes that they wear. A lot of times, growing up, I never liked patterns because I thought patterns made you look bigger. You know, be it flowers, be it triangles, squares, whatever, lines. So I was always trying to be plain clothes with a lot of my stuff. And not only that, I always try to overdress myself, you know, make things blousier and bigger. Oh yeah, my sister said David Hasselhoff. That's his name. Sorry, Knight Rider. But I made myself look blousy and a lot of stuff to try to hide myself. And I wasn't even as thick as I am now. However, as I've gotten older and I've seen a lot more curvier women out there, I've decided to change my view of myself and decided to change the look of myself. And I put a post up not too long ago, like I don't at one of our Arkin festivals, I put a post up because in the show, there's some things that I will and I won't do, but then there's some things I have to push myself to do because it doesn't make any sense for me not to do it because I'm supposed to be trying to set a standard or I'm supposed to be trying to really get a look as far as how I think and how I'm concerned. However, being there in the show, I had to wear a I don't know if it was a Parker, a jacket. It was a duster, a really long color duster with some jeans. I had high waist jeans, and she told me to take my shirt off, so I just wore my bra. Now I'm self-conscious because I've had two young boys or young men, should I say, and I have stretch marks on my stomach. So showing the stretch marks was a bit for me. But I still went out on that stage with confidence and I did what I needed to do and I rocked and I came back and I took a picture afterwards and I posted the picture and I said, you know, before, like I really had issues with showing my stomach, anything midriff, anything showing my stretch marks or whatever. But after that show that day and the confidence that it helped me build as far as being on stage and nobody judged me for it as far as I know, and if you did, so would. But you know, nobody judged me for it, and I felt so good after that. And I felt so good after that, and knowing that I could still be who I am, and still pursue and still promote in being me. That's why you guys don't see filters on my pictures. I don't, and it says hashtag no filters. I don't want all these filters. Jamie Lee Curtis, I read an article of her before saying in her pictures that she takes, and she's a gorgeous woman. As she gets older, she's beautiful, and I love her haircut. But in one of her articles, she posted that she don't do filters. When she takes pictures and the photography and all that stuff, she doesn't let them retouch them. She wants them to be shown as is. And I think one day we're going to have to do a Miss TMI, we're going to have to do a page like over 40. I'm 47 years old, y'all. I love who I am. I love my age. I love where I am in life. I love how I look. I love the fact that I have two wonderful, handsome young men that I can look at and be like, y'all fine. I love all that. I have a great family and a great home that I come from. I don't look my age, and I get that everywhere I go. So when guys be like, you don't never ask a woman her age. Ask me my age. Ask me my age. What you say? What makes you confident as a curvy model? Oh, you don't know what? Yeah, you're right. What makes me confident as a curvy model? A lot. Like I said, just being 47, being beautiful. Every year, or even every day, I get more confident in myself. the structure of who I am as a woman of God, that's really where it comes from. My foundation is just being a woman of God and being able to be confident in knowing that he got my back. It doesn't matter where I am, what I do, where I go. I'm not sitting up full of stress about anything. God is, at this point, I'm my man because I ain't got one. But the point is that he's my role model. I pattern myself after his works, and I try not to stress over things in life. And I feel confident in who I am every single day. And if I'm not confident in who I am, I go back and I grab that before I leave the house. I don't try to leave out the house without my confidence. And there are some things that I'm not totally fully confident in, but you will never know because I'm not going to give that to you. That's something that I need to adjust and take care of within myself and be confident in myself before I walk out the door in the morning. So within that, I have to go grab that if I don't got it because my day is not going to go right. I think it's coming upon time. Yeah, we got 5 minutes left. Hello, Mr. Will Utley. You were on here last week speaking about photography, which is awesome. I love your photography work. I love what you do. It's amazing. And I love working with you. You know, a lot of photographers, they don't tell you what, they don't give you no kind of direction, but I love the direction that you gave. In one part of the photo shoot, y'all, he said, you got 19 seconds to rearrange. He gave us strictly like 19 seconds, and he counted down, and as soon as we got back in position, he started taking pictures. I loved it. I know I have a propensity to hold my head up, and he looked at me, and he's like, hold your head down. I love that. I love getting direction from photographers that know exactly what they're doing, and I can't wait to work with you again. You guys, it was so nice to be on with you today. Next week is going to be the men of TMI model firm. So I hope that you guys will tune in again. And if there are any men out there that have any questions as far as becoming a model or wanting to be a male model in this industry, I hope that you will be able to tune in and ask whatever questions you need. You guys have a wonderful day. You have a blessed evening. Do what you need to do. Be blessed. Love you. Bye. What y'all saying before I leave? How can myself and my daughter get into industry? TMI model firm. As I mentioned before, let's mention that again. TMI model firm. You guys go ahead and go to their page, follow them. If you have any questions that you need to ask, you can ask them. Let me see. Let me try to put it down here in the comments for you. At TMI model firm. Bam, there you go. So you can message them. You can let them know if you have any questions or whatever it is that you need. All right? You guys have a blessed evening. Thank you again for coming and visiting me live. Bye.